Hey guys, it's Simon here from Meraki Systems, CEO and the Director of Operations. Today we're going to have another very exciting video for you, focusing on a really buzzword of a topic called the Metaverse. So I'm sure a lot of you have been hearing about the Metaverse. There's a lot of talk about big brands entering Metaverse, e-commerce stores entering the space, and today we're going to explore a bit more about what the Metaverse really is. So at a very high level, we like to think of the Metaverse as a mashup of 3D immersive experiences. There's a gaming part to it, the technical elements that make up the technology, hardware, software, and then the intersection of Web3 of things. My favorite way to think about the Metaverse is how Mark Zuckerberg described it, as really just the next iteration of the internet. The Metaverse is not necessarily a destination, but a point in time. One way to really think about this is think of the singularity as a point in time where artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence. The Metaverse, however, we like to look at it, is a point in time where people value the digital assets more than their physical assets. And now you can broaden that to digital experiences and digital relationships, as well as we have seen over the years via virtual worlds, digital games such as Fortnite, GTA, amongst many others. One very interesting question that comes up with the Metaverse is how do Web3 and Metaverse overlap? In order to understand this, we gotta head back all the way to Web 1. Web 1 was the inception of the internet, the AOLs and the emails as we know it today. Web 2 was the next iteration. It consists of companies like Meta, Google, and others with a lot of interactions, algorithms, and social media. Web 3 is a reaction to the centralization caused by Web 2. Centralization of data, that is fundamental problem, not just the technology, but also society, politics, and religion. Web 3 focuses on the decentralization, on being open, censorship resistant, borderless, and permissionless. In Web 3, people should own their own data and digital assets. The original purpose of the internet was for it to be open, but in the reality we live in walled gardens, as we've come to see over the last few years. The best example is Twitter. The internet is quite closed. Big techs, in a sense, control the walls of these gardens, and they manage the social media feeds of almost 3.5 billion people on a daily basis. And they're the only ones that have access to these algorithms. The question comes, what is the total addressable market for the Metaverse? And how is it likely to change over the next 5 to 10 years? One way to think about it is that if you think of the Metaverse as a rebranding of VR and AR, it limits its use cases to just gaming, where the VR and AR hardware could reach up to 200 million users globally. However, if the Metaverse is widely adopted, just like the mobile phone industry is today, we could see a range of more than close to 5 billion people. From Meraki's point of view, we're gonna meet somewhere in the middle for this total market size. Not as big, it's gonna be bigger than the global gaming console market, but not as big as the total phone market. And to hit mass market, we are estimating that we need to hit about 1 billion users to adopt the Metaverse hardware. So what are some key elements when we're looking at the Metaverse, right? The first and foremost is the most important element is NFTs. We think of NFTs as the building blocks of the Metaverse, as they signify digital ownership that is both immutable data wired by smart contracts. Today, there are close to 10 different types of NFTs ranging across music, art, games, objects, access, and identity. NFTs can be referred to as digital primitives as they offer many different applications. It is helpful to think of NFTs similar to websites back in the 2000s, where every company had to have a website, and we think every company will start working on having their own NFT project. I believe we will soon start seeing every company doing NFTs. The second key development to look out for is cryptocurrency regulation here. Now, as we've all heard, the Biden administration has recently just signed a crypto bill to go about and regulating the space. So there's still quite a lot of debate on how cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum should be classified. Is it a security? Is it a commodity? Or is it property? Or is it a currency? Or is it just software? We believe there's a lot of ancillary and auxiliary effects on how the space will be regulated that is yet to be seen. So with that, stay tuned, like, subscribe, and follow us for more content like this.